안녕하세요, 나미입니다. Hi, it's Nami. Today, highly requested skincare video. This is my skincare routine. This is basically my basic skincare routine. However, oftentimes I'll finish a product and I'll just replace it with something similar. So this skincare routine is pretty normal in terms of the skeletal structure with what I usually do. I'll just replace one of the toners with a different toner from a different brand, depending on what I have at that moment in stock in my skincare backstock. So let us begin. Whenever I have makeup on, I usually remove my false lashes first, and then I'll peel off the glue off of my false lashes very carefully. And then I use coconut oil. This is just extra virgin coconut oil from Costco that my mom and I put in this pump. She uses it for other things because she doesn't actually wear that much makeup to take off, but I usually grab about 3 pumps of that for my entire face. Just like to rub this in, melt my makeup off. Come to think of it, I haven't done a skincare video in quite a while now, so I'm glad this is happening. I used to use cleansing oils before, but now I just use coconut oil because it's cheaper. I can get 1 kilogram of coconut oil with $25, and that would be the same price as 100 or 200 milliliters of cleansing oil. So the coconut oil is definitely a cheaper route. So I just like to go in circular motions. Sometimes when I'm lazy to use coconut oil, because sometimes it can get quite messy, I usually do 3 washes of some form of foam cleansing. Okay, now that I've gotten all my nooks and crannies of my face, I'm going to gently go in to my eye area. And I always go here last because this is where the most pigment of makeup is. And I try not to open my eyes because the coconut oil coats my eyeballs. I don't really like that feeling. And then I'll go ahead and rinse this off. And then I'll usually go into a foam cleansing. This one is from Innisfree. It's actually Michael's favorite foam cleanser. I'm just gonna grab a tiny bit, work it into my hands first, into a lather. Apply it to the face. This will help get all of the makeup that's bonded to the oil that we've used to melt the makeup, and the foam cleansing will remove that oil. I love this part just because I look hilarious. And then I'm going to go ahead and rinse this off. You don't want this on your skin for too long just because it is quite drying. And then I usually go for my second round of this. Literally the tiniest bit. This is probably less than a quarter size of my initial grab. Just going to get rid of any leftovers. After rinsing, I'm gonna pat dry and progress into my next step of skincare. I'm gonna go in with this Innisfree toner. Koreans like to call this product toner and skin. So I'm just gonna grab some on my hand, evenly distribute across my palms, and I like to just tap it in. This product is pretty watery, so it absorbs quickly into the skin. Now I'm going in with this Calicos Emulsion, and the reason why the 2 products are different brands is because I'm running low on this one and I just ran out of my Calicos toner. That's why I'm switching over to the Innisfree, just because I'm running out of this one. So same thing, I have it on my hand. I'm going to evenly distribute it across my palms and across my face and pat it in. This way you can ensure that the product is evenly being distributed without rubbing or tugging your skin too much. Then I use an eye treatment, which is essentially just an eye cream. Dot it and use my ring finger to tap and blend it in under my eyes. I used to put eye cream on my eyelids as well, which is something that you can do, but because they already have a lot of water retention and are quite swollen already, sometimes if I use eye cream on top of it, I wake up in the morning and my eyes are more swollen. So I try to avoid putting too much eye cream on the top if my eyes are already quite swollen. But if you find that your whole eye area is dry, it's good to put some cream all over. And then I have this organic argan face serum that I'm just gonna quickly put all over my face. And I also like to tap this in. And if you were to use any swiping motions across the forehead, down the nose, across the cheeks, and up, and across the chin. These are the motions that will prevent the most aging and fine lines. Tapping is always best though, because it helps blood circulation as well. And sometimes when I have extra product on my fingers, I like to nourish the rest of my hands as well. They often get dry. I'm gonna grab my Snail Secretion cream. This is just a moisturizer. And apply this all over the face. So I'm barely putting any pressure as I smooth this cream. I'm just smoothing it first. I'm gonna go in and tap it in. And you can see that my skin is not that great. I actually have a lot of digestive issues, so my skin. It got better after my eating got better after I became pregnant with Zeke, but then after I gave birth to him, my eating got bad again, and so my skin started to break out again, and it's been like this for 3 years now. I started breaking out shortly after I had Galahad, and then I stopped breaking out after I was eating well while pregnant with Zeke, and then I started breaking out again after giving birth to Zeke. So I think it has something to do with the surgeries because I had them both by C-section. I think all of the anesthetics kind of had side effects with my intestines and my digestive system. But anyways, I'm trying to eat better and trying to help my skin. Then I'm gonna grab another cream. This is a moisture cream, and apply this the same way. And you can see I'm going quite heavy with the moisture because my skin tends to break out when it's really dry. So at night, this is my night skincare routine. At night, I like to really pile on the nutrients and moisture onto my skin. And this way, it'll act kind of like a layered sleeping mask. And in the morning, I find that my skin is a lot more supple and more hydrated. I've got another moisture cream from Lab. I'm gonna go on top of that. And literally, it's like layering a moisture mask for nighttime. You do spend half your life sleeping, and so while you're sleeping you do want to make sure that you're nourishing your skin. And I'm not saying that you need to go to this extent, but using products that really help your skin for the many hours that you are asleep will definitely be useful to your skin. Sometimes when I feel like I really need moisture, I'll use the Salve Me cream as well. But today I'm going to skip on it and go straight to the last step, which is my maracuja oil. It says to use 1 to 2 drops, but I usually use 3. And that completes my skincare. I will be back in the morning to show you what my skin usually looks like compared to night and morning after a good several hours of soaking with all this skincare on. It is now morning. I see it too. As you can see, my skin does look less irritated and a little more plump. It doesn't look as red, except for these guys here. But yeah, swelling has gone down a lot for especially the irritated spots. Love you.
I love you too.
Oh, thank you. Zeke, how about you? You don't love me? Thank you. I love you. Thank you. Zeke. Popo.
I think just doing your makeup again.
Huh? That is basically it for my skincare. Sometimes I'll do masks throughout the week, whether it's sheet mask or just applying masks. But this is normally what I do for the most part. I'm gonna go take a shower and get ready for church. Kitty. Today's feature comment is from Yellow Rhino 7. I procrastinate so much, I tashi run to everything, to be honest. I just really had to feature this comment from yesterday's video because it's hilarious and it's true. You really have to tashi run. I'm getting a phone call. Hello. Okay, thank you. There's a box for us. We need Tashi run downstairs. If you want to become part of the Najo family, definitely make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications to become updated. I do post daily on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat, so check those out if those are platforms that you use. So that is it. I will see you next time. Bye!